How y'all doing today?
Good, good.
That's what's up. Come on now, y'all can make a little more noise than that. We about to learn about this finance. How y'all doing today?
Good, good.
That's what's up. That's what I like to hear. My name is Randy Parks, owner of We Change Lives Financial Group, representative for FES, and we here today to talk about financial literacy and credit restoration. So, I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, so I feel obligated to reach out and touch as many people in this great city as I can, and I'm trying to touch as many people across the country as I can. So tell a friend, tell a friend. First off, I just want to give y'all a little bit about me. When I first came to this company, my credit was jacked up. It was jacked up. I went through my whole life, for the most part, being a cash man. I was one of the ones that cash was king. I'm cashing out. If I couldn't cash out, I didn't need it. That's how I was raised. I got with this company, my credit was a 492. What we do is we draw up dispute letters, we attack it all aggressively. They sent out the first wave of letters. My score jumped up 62 points. I was like, whoa, we might be on to something. I felt like I had hit the lottery. I was able to walk in, get the car I wanted. I was able to start, getting a little credit card. It was a cheap credit card, over $300, but it was a credit card. I had never had one. But long story short, we got a line of products I'm going to cover. I just want to take the time to let you guys know that pay attention, take notes if you need to. There's some real life-changing, groundbreaking information we finna share. So with my first slide, we go down. That's why I get my cooker. So current American finances. Credit scores range from 300 to 850. 1 in 4 Americans have a credit score below 600. How many people in the room got perfect credit?
Not me.
Exactly. Also, 68 million people have a credit score less than 750 according to foxbusiness.com. Nearly half of the Americans don't know their credit score. If I was to ask y'all in the crowd, who know their credit score right off bat, maybe about 10% of y'all know the credit score. It's just something that we don't monitor at all times. 58% of the people have no will and trust documents in place. Y'all know what a will and trust is, correct? Prince, Aretha Franklin, some of the richest people ever died with no will. They family fighting and arguing still over the money to this day. That ain't nothing y'all have to worry about when you join this company. The FTC estimates that around 9 million of Americans have their identity stolen each year. That's another one of the products we gonna cover. Identity theft, identity monitoring. Y'all stick with me. How many people have less than perfect credit? We answered that already. 68 million Americans have less than perfect credit, according to the census document. How many of us have debt with no idea how to pay it off? You just going paycheck to paycheck. I know, because I was there. Sorry about that. Thought I heard something. How many of us don't have their personal finances in order? How many of us want to understand how to make a budget? Once again, these are products that we have in place that we're going to get it took care of today. Stay with me now. Welcome to UCES. What is UCES? What services are included with UCES Protection Plan? These are some of the things that we're going to cover. UCS is the United Credit Education Service. For over 15 years, United Credit Education Service has been working with American consumers to get back on track and gain financial stability. Our services have successfully worked with customers to remove inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete information from credit profiles, allowing families to reach their financial goals. The Protection Plan. These are all the products that we're going to give you for one low price for joining us. You're going to have a budgeting app. It's going to teach you how to correctly budget, putting all of your finances, all of your expenses in one thing and showing you how to navigate through it month by month. credit restoration, which is what all of us is really here for, to hear about that. Our credit restoration program is a 501c3, which means that it's a nonprofit organization that allows us to maneuver the way we maneuver. We give back to a lot of the community with the proceeds. Credit builder is going to teach you how to properly build credit while we repairing your credit. Different programs to help you out on that. We'll cover that a little later. Credit attorneys you will get in case any of your debtors, any of the bill collectors, anybody don't want to play ball the correct way, we have credit attorneys already in place to make them do right. Credit monitoring. So many Americans have to report fraud every year. People steal stuff. This app will actually monitor everything you're doing with your credit, from score drops, score rising, credit card swipes, you name it, it covers it. Debt payoff. This will teach you how to properly pay off the debt that you accumulated so you won't be back in this class for messing up again. The financial lockbox. Don't really know what that is. I'll get back with you on that. I had to look into it. Identity monitoring, we covered that earlier. Savings and gold, the will and trust. One of the best attributes to this plan I like is the YF Family Mint. This program gives back scholarships every year. The proceeds of the company kick out and help kids go to school, get education. They go around to schools for 5th and 9th graders and educate them on the stuff we was never educated on in our school years. They just didn't teach it. But this program is helping with that. Moving on. Like I said, nonprofit organization. Our credit education service can work to communicate with the credit bureaus, remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous items from your credit report. Restore your credit score and maximize your financial opportunity. Your credit score can cause some of these things. High interest rates on cars, homes, elevated home and auto insurance premiums, security deposits on your utilities, loan rejections. One of the most embarrassing moments, you go in there trying to get a loan to start a business. Here you is think you about to do something, and he tell you, you got a 450. Horrible. Inability to get cell phone contracts and other inconveniences in life. I'll give you an example of credit scores and the way it breaks down. So 35% of your credit is payment histories. Paying your bills on time, being late, it will crush you. Capacity and amount owed, 30%. That's a percentage of your credit limit. Meaning, if you got a $1,000 card, you want to keep the amount you spend under $300. You want to keep it under 30%. That's 30% of your credit, people. That's a big deal. So when you get this $300 card and your bill $250, you're damaging yourself. Length of credit, that's 15%. That means when you turn 18, you should start creating credit right away and keep it in good standings so they can see, hey, this person has had credit for 5-6 years. That's a big deal. You 28 and you get credit for the first time. You done had credit 2 years. Don't nobody trust you. We don't know if you can balance money. New credit, that's 10%. Every time you apply for a credit card, every time you try to get a loan, they create what they call inquiries. Inquiries, they hurt you as well, but they only 10%. So we can get that took care of easily. Types of credit used is 10%. Just meaning if it's a car payment, a credit card, a house loan, different types of credit affects your credit differently. Let's move on to the next slide. You should know that credit reporting agencies are not government entities. They are private companies to utilize customers' financial data. People get caught up in thinking because it says credit bureaus that it's part of the government. They're not, people. They're private-owned companies. Each credit report agency operate independently. They don't even like each other. Creditors have the option to report to one, two, or all the agencies. but are not obligated to share information with all of them. You notice how sometimes you have some on Equifax, sometimes you have some on Experian. They don't share information because they don't like each other. They actually compete against each other. You have the right to renew, review, and dispute items on your credit report. You can restore your score. The Fair Credit Reporting Agency gives all Americans the right to dispute or investigate any items on the credit report that are inaccurate, erroneous, obsolete items that can include items like late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, medical bills, short sales. How many people knew that bankruptcies should never hit your credit report? I know, me neither. Had one on there for about 4 or 5 years. Hurt me to death. Monitor your progress with the portal 24/7. When you join our company, you don't have to chase people down to find out what's going on. You get an app. As soon as you sign up, you can log in, check what's being disputed, check the progress of what's going on. It's sweet. It's lovely. Trust me. The enrollment price. You can get started for $188. That includes your enrollment and your first month fees. $89 monthly subscription fee. No contract at all. Cut the service off whenever you feel like you're done with it. The Youth Financial Literacy, like I said, this foundation is wonderful, man. It provides financial literacy lessons to schools across the U.S. Educates students in 5th to 9th grade on matters of personal finance. $2 from each monthly protection payment supports education programs and scholarships. The YFL award hundreds of thousands in college scholarships each year. In 2016, we gave $100,000 to schools. 2017, $170,000. 2018, $250,000. And just last year, a whopping $350,000. Doing big things. Now who this guy is? Yeah, we gotta take them out of there. Oh, y'all forgive me. We done ran up. So a quick recap. You can become a customer and just obtain the services for $188. Just simply ask your agent to get enrolled today. If you're interested and have questions, get with the agent that invited you. I'll be right over here in the corner for about an hour after we break up here. Feel free to come over and talk to me. I thank y'all for coming out today. Those of you that are interested in the second half of the presentation to tell you about the agent side on how you can become an agent and have services and make money with the services, become your own franchise, stick around for another 20, 30 minutes. We'll get right into it. Thank you.